Hello, historians. We are going to cover Notes 3 from Unit 2 today, the Louisiana Purchase. So go ahead and open up your notes packet to find Notes 3. All right, so just a little background information before we get into the notes. I want to remind you that the United States, when we created our Constitution, extended to the Mississippi River. And so that was an important dividing line between the United States and territory owned by other countries, primarily France. Our first chance to expand and go beyond the Mississippi River and acquire territory to the west was when the French leader, Napoleon Bonaparte, came to Jefferson. It's the other way around. It's Jefferson who went to him first, and he offered to buy the port of New Orleans for $7.5 million. Now, that city was very important because the Mississippi River was becoming a superhighway almost, where people in the interior regions of the United States would bring things to the Mississippi River that they wanted to sell and send them downriver, and they would be put onto ships in the port of New Orleans, where the Mississippi flows out into the Gulf of Mexico. And so instead of sharing that city with other countries like France, Jefferson decided to just go ahead and try to buy the city. So the French leader, Napoleon Bonaparte, comes back with a different offer. He says, you can have New Orleans. In fact, you can have all of the Louisiana territory for $15 million. Thomas Jefferson wasn't quite sure if he had the power to do so, so he told Napoleon he would have to talk to Congress. So go ahead and find the box for Thomas Jefferson. He's our third president. He made the Louisiana Purchase. That's probably his biggest lasting legacy. Well, let's be honest. The Declaration of Independence probably is, but it's a very big part of his legacy. In the map on your notes, you can just put in that we purchased it in 1803. We bought it from France. We bought it for $15 million, and it doubled the size of the United States. Also on the map, you can see the blue line there represents the path that the Lewis and Clark expedition followed in order to try to find a passage to the Pacific. And we'll look at that and talk about them here in just a minute. But first, let's talk about the reasons for the purchase of the Louisiana Territory and those who argued against it. So the arguments for were that it was less than 3 cents an acre, very, very, very reasonable price, very cheap. It would double the size of the country, and that's an important factor because although the size of the country may not be as important, the resources within that territory, they were, and it would add to the country's wealth. It would give the United States complete control of the Mississippi River. So instead of sharing it with the French, we would have complete control over this important waterway. And people who were for the purchase pointed out that we would be able to get this very incredible addition to our country without ever fighting a war or picking up a weapon. Those who were against the purchase had their valid points as well. So the price, if you think about $15 million today, that's a lot of money. But imagine the value of $15 million back then. Those who were against it also felt it was just too much land to govern. It would be very, very difficult to supervise and watch over the people in those new territories without the communication that we have today. This was still in an era before even the telegraph. New states were worried, or I guess the older states, the established states, were nervous about sharing the power of their country that they had created with new states coming in. And many felt that it was just unconstitutional. And of course, we know that Thomas Jefferson did the right thing. Instead of just signing a check and going beyond his power that was listed in the Constitution, he went to Congress and asked them to approve a law that would allow him to buy this land. Now, once the land was purchased, Jefferson wanted to know what was out there. He wanted to send an expedition to explore the new territory. He chose Meriwether Lewis to lead the expedition, and Meriwether Lewis chose William Clark to be his second in command. Clark is best known for his work as the recorder of the expedition. He kept very detailed notes and drawings of the plants and the animals that they saw. He also kept very careful maps of the expedition as well. Along the way, Lewis and Clark and their Corps of Discovery found that on occasion they needed help, and they went to Native American tribes in order to help with food and to help with guides to lead them in the right direction. At one point, they hired a fur trapper who had a wife that was Shoshone. So the fur trapper was French and his wife was Native American. And they joined the Corps of Discovery starting in North Dakota as they headed west to the Pacific. Excuse me. And the story is that this woman, the wife of the French fur trader, her name is Sacagawea. She was 16 years old when they joined the expedition, was really the hero of the journey. She translated for them. She was a guide for them. She helped them in situations where they maybe weren't welcomed by Native American tribes. She helped them in finding safe foods to eat and getting them through the difficult winter over the Rocky Mountains. The results of the Lewis and Clark expedition were many. First, they were able to get to the Pacific. So they mapped a route to the Pacific. And then when they were on their journey, they established relationships, positive relationships with Native American tribes, which would later allow other Americans to come and be welcome. They brought back information about the West and its peoples, and they helped prepare the way for more explorers and settlers. So this is the first of many journeys, but it did allow for those who followed to have a better idea of what they would encounter and to be more welcomed by those tribes that they encountered. In your timeline, don't forget to add for 1803 and 1805 that Louisiana Purchase was made and that Lewis and Clark reached the Pacific. Have a wonderful day.